Hey guys, so today I'm filming a Harry Potter opinionated video, and I'm doing this handheld with my phone because this is a little bit more personal, and this is a personal video for me, and I just can't keep these thoughts in anymore, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say how I feel about what's going on in the Harry Potter fandom. So in the beginning of the fandom, we really have a lot of conflict, and especially considering certain characters. For instance, a lot of people like to argue that Snape and Draco are really bad people, and I have to disagree with that because they just don't understand that Draco and Snape are just conflicted. For instance, Snape is in love with Lily. We figured that out in the last movie and in the last book. But we have to understand that Snape was protecting Harry the whole time. If he wanted Harry dead, he would have just given Harry to Voldemort. That's simple. But come on. Snape is not a bad guy. We figured that out in the book and in the movie when Snape gives Harry his memories of Lily and himself and James and everything like that, and the truth about how he really feels about Harry. And I really think people just need to understand that, because why are we still saying that Snape is a bad guy? Because he's not. The same with Draco. Draco was conflicted. Hell, did we not see in Half-Blood Prince how conflicted he was with everything he was doing? He was told he was going to be a Death Eater, and he couldn't really escape that. He can't say no to Voldemort or his family. His family expects him to do this. It just really makes me mad that people think these characters are bad, especially Dumbledore. People think that Dumbledore was, in the wrong with Harry. As Snape said in the movie, you're raising him like a pig for slaughter. That's not really true. Dumbledore was just like Snape, he's trying to protect Harry, trying to, not cause him so much trouble even in his young life. Why would Harry want to know when he's like 11 years old, okay, you have to die in order for Voldemort to die? He's got enough stress already just figuring out he's a wizard. Let's wait until he's old enough to know about this kind of stuff. It's just really upsetting how these people in the fandom think that Snape, Dumbledore, Draco, any of these misunderstood characters are bad guys, and they're not. And it just really upsets me. Like, why can't we get past this? Why can't we truly see what's going on? I've even seen in articles how people explain, Snape really was trying to protect Harry in the end, and people just don't want to realize that. They think that these characters who are bad in the first place are meant to be bad forever, even after death. It's just really sad. Another thing I want to talk about is how people are so pissed that J.K. Rowling is making more films. That really upsets me too, because I would just die for more films. Why would we want to say goodbye to Harry Potter? We can't even say goodbye when there are marathons on TV. That's not really saying goodbye, if you ask me. In my opinion, people just don't understand. Like, J.K. Rowling would never be like a cash cow for all of this. Her mind with these movies and these books, she has a lot going on in her mind. She has a lot that she wants to say. And if you think about it, everything that we've learned in Harry Potter in the books or the movies, there's a lot to learn. We don't know everything yet. They talk about the Dark Ward, they talk about Grindelwald, they talk about all these creatures. We don't know everything about them. So what's the problem with, having all these new movies? What's the problem with having 5 more movies so we can learn more about what happened for Harry Potter? We don't know that much about Grindelwald, except that he was part of the Deathly Hallows somehow. He stole the wand, and he was part of the Dark War with Dumbledore. That's what we're going to get in these 5 films, and I don't think that's a problem. It's just a problem for me that people think J.K. Rowling would actually want to just cash in her money to get more money to make more films. That's ridiculous. Do you think she's that person? She's not that person. We have basically been in her lives since these books came to fruition and these films became, alive. She would cash things in just for money. She loves her readers. She loves her fans. Why would she do that? It just baffles me that people think that's all she wants to do. Like, if you really supported her and if you really loved the films and the books, you wouldn't be thinking that about her. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. We're learning more about the wizarding world in America. You think it's just London that has wizards? No, there's more out there, and J.K. Rowling knows there's more out there. She's actually giving us the opportunity to learn more about what's out there. There was a time before Voldemort, and we're learning about it. I think we should not take it for granted. Why would we take something like this for granted? We love to be a part of this fandom, and now we're just trashing it because we think there shouldn't be anything else. There's a lot more to learn. You have to realize that. There's a lot more to learn. I mean, we barely learned anything that Harry Potter was learning at Hogwarts. We're getting the opportunity right now. We're learning about creatures. We're learning about the Dark War, Grindelwald. We're learning about someone other than Voldemort for once. I mean, there are villains out there. Grindelwald's a villain, so why can't we learn about him? Why can't we have a movie about him, about what he has done? This series that we're having, the Fantastic Beasts series, this series is going to be something new for younger children who are just now discovering the wizarding world. And what they can do with it is they can watch everything in chronological order. They can watch these films and then watch Harry Potter, or watch the first film, then watch Harry Potter just to learn more. I mean it's an opportunity for younger kids like us. When Harry Potter first came out, it's the opportunity for them to learn more. I mean, this isn't a bad thing. I actually think we should feel lucky because this does not happen often. Most series, most book series, film series, anything like that, when they say goodbye, that's it. There's nothing left. We get this opportunity to have more. And I really think we should feel lucky. It's just a shame that we're taking all this for granted. And I don't understand why we feel the need to take it for granted. It's just wrong. I mean, I feel lucky that I get to go back to the wizarding world. I mean, what more could I want? Every time I watch Harry Potter on TV, every time I watch the marathon, it makes me sad. I will never not love Harry Potter. And watching these films takes me back to when I was younger. I mean, I grew up with Harry Potter. And I feel so lucky that J.K. Rowling is giving us the opportunity to go back to the wizarding world, to learn more, to be back with the wands, the magic, the spells. We get to learn more about the characters. And we have a wonderful cast for this series. They're actually, doing something wonderful for us. They know what this is about. They know what Harry Potter means to us. And I just really feel lucky that we get to go back. Seriously. And I think everyone should feel lucky because this is not something that happens every day. I'm not trying to get too emotional or to force people to feel a certain way. I'm just trying to let people know that we're lucky. The fandom is lucky. We just need to realize that. J.K. Rowling is giving us this gift that we can still hold on to for years on end. And who knows what's going to happen after? I mean, a lot of things can happen. She could have a whole bunch of things up her sleeve. The Cursed Child could be made to a movie, or it could come to New York on Broadway or something. I mean, a lot of stuff can happen. We don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now. I just really think it's something that we need to appreciate, not take for granted. We need to appreciate what J.K. Rowling's doing, and the fandom just really needs to come together and quit arguing about this because it's just ridiculous to think that, J.K. Rowling is doing this just for the cash. She's doing this for her readers and her fans. She's doing this for our minds, and she's doing this for her mind. This is what she wants to do, and it's something that's beautiful. I just think it's something that should be taken to heart because this is something we don't get often, and we should just really appreciate it.